Hi everyone, Sally back again. LK150 video series 2, hems and edgings, and we're on lesson 4, video 2 of lesson 4, which is talking about straight edges and embellishing. On this last video I'm going to show you how to do the what I call a mock crochet edging. It's an excellent one also for stopping the fabric from rolling. You can do it at the bottom, at the top, you can pick up and do it down the sides of something, so it does make a really nice trim. I've got the front of it showing here, but if I just unpin and show you the back edge I actually find is more decorative than the front. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do on this video. Now, because I do this afterwards, I've knitted a little piece here. Cast on edge, cast off edge. So I'm going to go back and do the cast on edge first. So I'm going to be turning this piece of knitting upside down. Now, you can do this either way round, as I've just shown you. I like the reverse side, or the purl side of this. I think it's very decorative, and so I'm going to turn the work before I rehang it. I think I had 20, about that. Now this idea originated from something I saw Marianne Hainio post on Facebook about a no-roll edge, and which is still there. It's brilliant edge to do, so go and have a look at her. And then when I did it on my standard gauge machine first of all, and then when I did it on this machine, because I do a slightly different cast off on this machine, it suddenly occurred to me that I could actually do more than one repeat of this tuck edging to make a very decorative finish. So that's what I thought I'd invented. And then, hey presto, there really is nothing new in the machine knitting world, you know. When I went and was looking back through some old To and Fro magazines, To and Fro used to be a postal knitting club in the 1980s, and they produced a newsletter, which was, by the look of it, done on one of those old Gestetner printing machines that they had about 40, 50 years ago. My dad's factory used to have one, and I used to have a summer holiday job of churning out hundreds of copies of their price list on this blasted thing. But anyway, so I digress. So there's no photographs in it, it's just text and some line drawings. And I was reading through this old issue of To and Fro, and what I was reading was describing exactly what I'm about to show you. So I thought I'd invented something, turned out I hadn't. So right, so when you're picking up from the front edge where you turn the work round, fold the waist knitting towards you so you can see the line of purl bumps, and then you can pick them up onto your needles. Right, so work has been rehung. Let's put some weight on it. And rethread up your main yarn. Oops, sorry. Make sure you can see me at main tension. And knit one row. Now you want to put every needle, alternate needle out to hold. Put your Russell levers at 1 and knit 3 rows. Actually, that's an edge stitch, so I'm going to, you should really have an odd number, so I can move that out 1 and create an extra stitch here with a heel. So that's the one I'm going to be holding. So 1, 2, 3 rows of tuck, and then Russell levers back on 2 and knit 1 row. Now you're going to cast off using the needle wrap method. So unthread the yarn from the overhead, from the carriage rather, transfer the edge stitch to its neighbour, pull them out to D, pull the empty needle forwards, wrap the yarn over the top of it, put the loop in the hook and knit it back. So that is casting off using the needle wrap method. And do this all the way along. It's raining outside today. This is, what was it, the 13th, 14th of August, middle of August. It's extremely clammy, but it's raining. We have had the weirdest summer. I've not had a consistent sort of spell of decent weather for what seems like ages. And I've got my big overhead light on so you can see what I'm doing. It makes me very hot. Any road up. So carry on. Perhaps I should have done a slightly narrower piece. Carry on casting off all the way across. And as you'll notice from this method of casting off, the knitting is left suspended on the needles. And this not only creates a very nice and even cast off, it also means that if you want to carry on knitting, you've got your work suspended on the needles. And this is what I twigged when I was following Marianne's instructions. I can just carry on and do another repeat of that interesting little pattern. So that's what I did. So as with the latch edging, your thread is now on the other end. So remove your carriage and stick it back on the other side. Now you can either do the tucking on the same needles or you can alternate them. So knit 1 row to start off with. And then on this repeat, as you can see, there's 1 repeat of it. On this repeat, I'll do the in-between stitches, except not that end one. Put carriage on, Russell levers on 1 so that they will tuck. Knit 3 rows. 1, 2, 3. Put them back to 2. Knit 1 row. And then you're going to cast off again. I shall just do these 2 repeats of this edging so that you're not going to sit and watch me do an awful lot of casting off. And you can do this on any machine. I've used it a number of times on my standard gauge, just to have something different to rib. And as I said, you can do this as deep as you like. You can do 2 repeats, 3 repeats. I'm just going to stop, put this one on 2. For the sake of expediency, but loop that through to secure it. Take the weights off, and then it should just pull off the needles. Now, because this is a cast-on edge, unravelling this cast-on edge is a pain in the whatnot. So you do have to pull the yarn through the stitches at the edge. Pull it off. So I'll cut it, break it, whatever you want to do. To detach it. Sometimes just resort to scissors. But anyway, once you've removed your waste yarn, there is the nice faux crochet edging. I think that looks very nice. I mean, it needs a little bit of blocking possibly. And then you can do the same at the other end. Rehang your stitches right side facing, or you can pick up edge stitches and knit a row and carry on. So this is really a very versatile edge. I like that one a lot. Now then, was there anything I needed to do on this video about edges? I don't think so. The rest of the edgings I'm going to do all mostly involve knitting another piece first, or knitting a braid or some such thing. So that's why I call them fancy edgings. So I will see you on the next lesson.